So I think there's two areas that I'm particularly excited in. One is newer, safer surgical treatments. For patients at really high risk of losing vision, they often need surgery, and our trusty surgical approaches have significant risks, and newer modalities are coming in that might make that safer, so that's an exciting part. And another part, maybe unbiased, is my own research into the genetics of glaucoma. We're now, for the first time in a very long time of research in the condition, understanding what the biological causes of glaucoma are by understanding the genetics, and those genetic factors may well help us personalize the treatment of glaucoma going forwards. So problems are patients coming to us too late, so they've already lost a lot of vision, they're much harder to manage. Can we detect them earlier? We can't, because our screening tests aren't good enough. So that's an unmet need. How can we pick up people at risk of bad glaucoma earlier? And the other thing is, when we have a patient in front of us, we don't know how well they're going to respond to different treatments and how aggressively we need to treat them from the start. So that's why genetics is so exciting, because we've shown so far over 100 genetic factors that can help predict who's going to get glaucoma, that can help with screening. And it turns out some of these genetic factors can actually help you risk stratify the patients in the clinic to help decide who needs treatment, who doesn't, and potentially which treatment will work best in patients. So it's an exciting area right now. So the way we're going to be taking our genetic research forward is by taking our findings and seeing how predictive and helpful they are in people with diagnosed glaucoma. So you may have heard of trials such as the UK Glaucoma Treatment Study and the LIGHT trial. These patients have been followed up really closely. We know what's happened to them. We're going to be identifying the genetic factors that predict how well or not well they do with treatment, to then hopefully help inform us when we have new patients in the future. It's a real personal pleasure for me at this meeting to see the Young Ophthalmologist Group flourishing so well. I established the Young Ophthalmologist Group in around 2006, 2007, and it's really grown. There's been several changes in leadership since then, and it continues to grow in strength. What I would say to young ophthalmologists is, you now have a say. You have a say in your training, you have a say in the curriculum, in how patients should be managed. Use that say. One particular area I think that needs to be addressed is surgical training. Too many countries in Europe do not provide the training for their ophthalmologists who will end up doing surgery. And that's something that needs to change. That requires political pressure. And now young people have the power to help bring about and force that change.